minutes, just kind of too much of a lead to overcome?
Yeah, our approach out of the gate was not as good as it needs to be against a team that played as well as Kentucky. They're certainly very, very talented. Tonight, I thought they were in control of the game from the start. We got off to a slow start, took some ill-advised shots by you-know-who, and then all of a sudden we allowed them to run out. Kind of battled back. I think maybe it was tied at 8 or 10, kind of got our feet under us a little bit and couldn't sustain anything defensively. You know, the rebounding woes, I'm really at a loss. You'd be amazed at the emails I get, or people ask, do you guys do blackout drills? Actually, we do. I mean, I've coached a few hundred games. I mean, I realize what the problem is. My problem is I can't do much about it right now. I'm going to work on that.
What's the difference did Martavius make? He kind of give you a look there.
Probably gives great energy. Here's a guy that was supposed to be out, I think, 4 to 5 weeks, was out about 3, practiced for the first time yesterday. I had zero intention of putting him in the game. But I'm just looking for life. I'm just looking for some life, some fight. And he gave us some fight.
Was there anything that fueled the comeback in the second half? Any defensive pressure or
Kentucky boredom, maybe youth, maybe they got bored. I don't know. We made a couple shots, you know, made a couple shots and got them going a little faster at times. You know, they did turn it over 19 times because we couldn't stop them. And then when we did get them to miss, it was the same thing that Jerry, you saw in Rupp and I saw in Rupp. They just go and get it. And you know, my guys are saying, oh, this, that. I mean, we're just not tough enough physically to put our nose in there and battle. And as a coach, when you're saying that at the end of February, it's pretty sobering, pretty disappointing. My fault.
Did you think you guys could have taken better advantage of the matchups off there, switching the other screen?
Yeah, you know, we know we were going to do that, what they did before, and we hit the slip guy a number of times. But you've seen most every game we play, we can't score at the basket. You know, sometimes it's even a victory to get a shot. We fall. How many layups have we missed? It's not a funeral. You can laugh. I mean, it's serious. I mean, I don't know what to do. We made the right read, then we have to make the play. It's one thing to make the right read, then you got to make the play. When you got Julius Randle and you know, not only is Cal a great coach and he puts them in a position to be successful, but sometimes they don't have to make the right read, and they're going to go make plays. I thought for a number of times, you know, Marshall's going to be Marshall, 5 for 17 in his career now. He's 16 for 54 against Kentucky. That's why he's 0-3. You know, that doesn't bode well. So Marshall's going to be Marshall, but I thought for the rest of us, I thought we were taking pretty good looks. We just can't get anything at the basket, and you know, we're 26 games into this, and it has not changed. Our front court field goal percentage is around 40% in league play. Sobering.
it seemed like you had several times where you had point-blank layups?
You've only seen us twice, Jerry. It's the same in the other 24. I'm not calling any. I didn't call any names. You know, you can't criticize a student athlete. But we got to make layups.
You mentioned that you know what it is. You've obviously practiced the drill. Is it something that obviously has to be addressed in recruiting?
Thank you. You said.
Anything else?
Andy, how tough is Kentucky, especially in the first half, making threes from some guys that normally don't make them?
Yeah.
How tough are they to handle when they're making those shots in addition to the board stuff?
I think they're really good defensively. And again, you know, they lost some concentration a little bit. I did think we sped them up, so they turned it over, you know, going back to your earlier question of the run. But offensively, they're really big and they're long, as you know. And so we're not very big and we're not very long and we're not very athletic on our perimeter. So we're just trying to gap them and keep them in front of us as best we can. And then when they start making shots, even though the plan doesn't change, my goal was if Kentucky's going to beat us, let's make them make 23-pointers. Everybody stay in the lane. But human nature is after you make one or two, you get extended a little bit, and now all of a sudden they do what they do. And then the demoralizing thing, and I thought after I see the tape I'll be able to confirm this, but from my vantage point, the demoralizing thing in the first half was when we did get first shot stops, they just get every rebound. And I'll have to go back and look, is it simply because mano-a-mano they're superior, or is our effort not as good as it needs to be? I don't know how much more we can emphasize it, quite frankly. We'll continue to emphasize it. And my hope is that some guys will accept some responsibility and play to what we believe their potential is.
What did you